versus Arsenal in there, as Arsenal are really willing to really offer into players to a team which goes by the name of Leicester City to land the deal of Maddison. Welcome. How are you? And this is RD to this channel. Please subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily, and endeavor to make it happen so that we are really doing the needful to make things really happen here at the Football News Lifestyle Zone and the top 10s here. Now, there are two stories that we're going to work upon. There is that of PSG being interested in Pogba. 28 years of old. He's a central midfielder playing for Manchester United. Left Manchester United in 2013 under Sir Alex Ferguson. Went to a team which goes by Juventus. Played with the likes of Andy Pirlo. 3 years later, he signed at Manchester United on a record fee of £89 million in there, and he returned to Old Trafford in there, and is now on an exit out of Manchester United on a free again. Can you imagine? So it shows you the laxity in there between Manchester United and how they really do their contracts in there at all with the player in there. Now, the other news is all about James Maddison. Arsenal fans are really going to be happy about this, because James Maddison, Arsenal are really gearing up for James Maddison in there, and they are really willing to put in some money and some two players. We wait and see whether a team which goes by the names of Leicester City really accepts this. Now, let's get into the Paul Pogba story. Paul Pogba Lebile wants to leave. PSG have shown their interest in Paul Lebile Pogba in there, who goes by the names of who plays for Manchester United in there, shirt number 6. Ever since he came in there, because personally me, I support Manchester United, I've seen Paul Pogba. There is no way. I think his best season was this season that he played alongside Bruno Fernandes in there, and nothing has Paul Pogba offered apart from this season in there. Because when we are saying nothing to Paul Pogba, we are really talking about his abilities in there. We are not talking about what he does on the pitch, but his abilities. That's where we really gauge Paul Pogba at. Paul Pogba is really a very talented player, and when we look at his abilities, he's nowhere his abilities. Not until this season. The other season, the second season, you remember the pandemic breakup, when the pandemic really broke down and the league really went into a break, and when it returned, Paul Pogba had just returned from his ankle injury and played with Bruno, and they played very well. You can well witness me, and you guys know that Paul Pogba played very well with a man who goes by the names of Bruno Fernandes and Nemanja Matic into that central midfield of Manchester United, and they managed to finish third into the Premier League, and they went into the Champions League in there. Now, this season too, Paul Pogba has played very well. I've liked the way he played at Manchester United, but guess what? Things aren't going his way anymore, because he looks like he doesn't feel like he's at home. Being 28 years of age, Paul Pogba feels like he should be away, or he should be at a level of winning Champions League football, league games in there, and league trophies in there, and very many other trophies in there. And he feels like it might be not happening at Manchester United, and he's signing his big career. He's signing his last big contract into his game, and he thinks that a team which goes by the names of PSG has come out and they've promised him that we are going to make you the third highest paid player at PSG. That means ahead of Neymar and Mbappe. That means Paul Pogba is lying to get £400,000 a week in there. So that shows you that it's really something tight for a man who goes by names of Paul Pogba and the likes of Manchester United in there. Is he going to pen down the contract? That's something we are waiting for, because news is coming in that United is in talks with Paul Pogba's team on a new contract, and that is something we are waiting to see whether it matures into a very big one, because we United really love Paul Pogba, but if he wants to go, let him go. But when you look at the Glazers hearing the news that PSG are interested in Paul Pogba, because they know everything is possible in the game of football, Paul Pogba might really refuse to put pen to paper on the new contract that United is presenting to him. What have they done? They've done the following. They've come through and told the people around that if at all any person, any team wants Paul Pogba, can it cough £60 million in there? That's the amount of money that the Glazers are wanting. They want £60 million from Paul Pogba. If at all PSG can really raise that money, they can really go and get his services. Now, funny enough, PSG are saying we have only 40 million pounds in there, and United is saying no way, there is no way we are taking 40 million pounds for Pogba. And PSG is telling Paul Pogba, is using the following things really to come through to persuade Paul Pogba. They tell him, look at us PSG, season of 2019-2020 we played the Champions League finale with Bayern Munich and we lost by 1-0. The second season running, we are knocked out by Man City into the semi-final in there. So we've reinforced our squad with the following players: Donnarumma, Hakimi, Sergio Ramos, and Jorginho Wijnaldum in there. And there is one thing we are really going to do for you, Paul Pogba. You are the only person left to join this team to see to it that it becomes a winning team. That's what PSG is telling Paul Pogba. And when you look at it on a paper and review it, they're 100% true. They're 100% true. Because if I told Paul Pogba plays into that midfield with Verratti and Jorginho Wijnaldum in there, front-wise being led by a man who goes by names of Di Maria, Neymar and Mbappe, with Sergio Ramos, Hakimi, and Donnarumma into their team, 100% they are right. They're 100% right. And so Paul Pogba is really into confusion. Right now, as we speak, he's in USA, America. That's where he is, in Florida. He is there. We saw him meeting man who goes by the names of Ronaldinho, one of the world's greatest in there. We saw him with him there in in USA, and Paul Pogba is 100% sure that maybe or not he's going to be a Manchester United player. Remember, during the Euros, he was asked about the future of Manchester United, and he said, no way, no way, no way. Right now, I'm really thinking of the Euros. I'm 100% focused on the Euros, and there is no way I'm thinking about where I'm going to be next season. But all I can confirm to you is that I'm still a Manchester United player. That's what Paul Pogba really came out and told people in there who were asking him those questions. Now, the bad thing is that in the US where he is, the paparazzis for sports are not so many in there that they've not yet hijacked him. But he's expected to return at Manchester United next week around, I think, by the end of this week. Paul Pogba is supposed to be at Manchester United to start training alongside his other fellow United teammates in there. But news when he comes in England, we are really going to get more news about Paul Pogba, because that's when he's going to face interviews and very many other things in there, and we will get to know what Mino Raiola really is planning for his player who goes by the names of Paul Pogba in there. But right now, I can assure you that Paul Pogba is still a Manchester United player, but PSG are really having a very big interest in him. And my worry is a player who goes by names of Varane going to join Manchester United if Paul Pogba leaves. If at all United signs Varane, I think it's a confirmation that Paul Pogba is going to stay at Manchester United. So that is our first story in here onto this channel. Before we really head into the James Maddison story that Arsenal fans are eagerly waiting in for, smash a like on the video, comment and share. And you can as well go into the comment section and tell me, where are you watching in from? Where are you watching in from? Because I really want to give you a shout out right now. Before I get into the James Maddison story, you can as well tell me what you think about PSG being interested in Paul Pogba, a Manchester United player in there who is expected really to either be a PSG player or a Manchester United player this season in there. But funny enough and good enough, Paul Pogba has been seen in the colours of Manchester United, in the new jersey of Manchester United, in that dream. It's team viewer. It's the team viewer jersey in there for Paul Pogba in there. He has been seen, and he was part of the players that really took part into what we call the photo shoot, and he is really an Adidas ambassador, and United are really good in terms, they are in good terms with the brand which goes by the names, the kit sponsor who goes by the names of Adidas in there. That is Paul Pogba in there for you in the Manchester United team viewer shirt there. So I think it's positive for him, and he may be a Manchester United player. That's why they really put him into that. If at all United were not sure that they're keeping Paul Pogba, I think they wouldn't have really went into this and put him into this new jersey of theirs. And that is something that I really think it's really seeing him going to a level of signing a new contract at Manchester United and turning down PSG. So guys, I don't know what you think about Paul Pogba being interested PSG picking interest in him, and I really want to see you guys go into the comment section. Before we get into the James Maddison story, please come through and tell me what you think about Pogba and James Maddison in there. Smash a like on the video. I've not seen any like onto this video. Please smash the like button on this video, comment and share as we head into the James Maddison situation in there and the Gunners in here. So I also really want to know where you guys are watching in from. I really want to throw some shouts out to you guys because it's always nice having you onto this channel. It's late in the night and you guys are here riding it with me onto this channel. It's really nice. It feels great. I feel treasured. I feel hampered. I feel favored by the Lord to see to it that I'm having close to this number of people watching me in here. But smash a like button, comment and share as we really get into this. Now, Arsenal fans, you had some good news today of Smith Rowe in there signing a long-term contract at Arsenal in there. That is some good news because he had only 2 years left on his contract, and him renewing it's something great to hear and see for a team which goes by names of Arsenal in there. And we are really gladdened we did that story in there. You can as well check it there onto our channel. Emily Smith Rowe has renewed his contract with Arsenal and he's on a long-term contract with Arsenal in there. The bad news that hit the Arsenal camp is the COVID-19 that really failed to see Arsenal travel to Florida in US Orlando to play some games in there with Inter Milan. With Inter Milan won, they had to play with Chelsea and Tottenham Hotspur in there, and Inter Milan has to pull out of this tournament in there, and they are really putting up a man a team which goes by names of Everton. I've seen Everton replacing a team which goes by names of Inter Milan. I don't know which team has replaced Arsenal in there, but I will try to check out through onto the Florida Cup in there. But two teams have pulled out and Everton has been put in to go in and play in there, and they promise to return money to the Arsenal fans in there via a certain app in there that they used really to buy what we call the season tickets in there. So Smith Rowe is really an Arsenal player now, signed and sealed, and he has agreed a long-time deal with a team which goes by the names of Arsenal in there. That is Smith Rowe in there, an Arsenal player in there who really has agreed a deal. As you see there, Smith Rowe signs new deal. He has committed his future to a team which goes by names of Arsenal, and we don't know up to when he's really going to be there, but I think close to 5 or 6 years he is still an Arsenal player. So Arsenal fans, you have every reason to celebrate in there, because right now the number 10 that you have is Smith Rowe, because Maddison is not yet in, Awa is not yet in, so the number 10 that you have goes by the names of Smith Rowe in there, and he's the only one that you're having right now, and we expect lots of things to happen for you as you really get into this season in there, and he's expected to be a marquee signing in there and a big player in there as Arsenal really gets into this season. Now, as we talk about the number 10 role in Arsenal, because the number 10 shirt has been given to a player who goes by names of Smith Rowe, and we expected it to go to Maddison, things are tightening up at Arsenal, and Arsenal are really here asking themselves, Arsenal fans are asking themselves, what is happening with Maddison? Because we expected him to take over shirt number 10, but it has been given to what we call Smith Rowe in there. Now, what is the news? The news reads that Arsenal has not yet dropped its interest in a player who goes by the names of James Maddison, amidst giving shirt number 10 to Smith Rowe Emily. Arsenal really are still chasing for a player who goes by the names of James Maddison, and they are still in it, and they are really discussing terms in there. I've read the story that personal terms have been agreed because Maddison has just renewed his contract with Leicester City. It's a 4-year contract in there, 4 years, earning £110,000 a week, and Arsenal has promised Maddison ×2 that money. That means Arsenal is willing to offer £220,000 for a man who goes by names of James Maddison in there. So it shows you how much Arsenal is really interested into this deal. The situation is that James Maddison really makes it to a team which goes by names of Arsenal. Now, what has Arsenal offered to Leicester City? Because we know the offers that Arsenal is offering a player who goes by names of James Maddison. Now, Arsenal has gone ahead to tell Leicester City we are getting you two of our players, that is Maitland Niles and Reece Nelson, and we are adding on money. Can you get us Maddison? We are waiting for a reply from Leicester City. That's what Arsenal has on table. Arsenal is saying we are having two players and we are getting you close to £40 million in there. Are you getting us that player who goes by names of James Maddison in there? That is a story that I've read somewhere from a good source from Arsenal, and I think this offer, according to me, according to how I know Leicester City are not in a hurry to sell. They are not in a hurry to sell. What they need, they don't need Reece Nelson, they don't need Maitland Niles. What they want is money. This thing, for us who support United, know how Leicester behaves. Leicester sells players, and they don't really want to be into the swap deals that we add your player and we add you some good amount of money. Now, look at the deals they've conducted. N'Golo Kante and Drinkwater to a team which goes by names of Chelsea. Did you see any player exchange? It was money exchange. Money exchanged hands instead. So the other transfer is Riyad Mahrez from a team which goes by names of Leicester City to a team which goes by the names of Man City. There was no player exchange. It was money exchange. Harry Maguire, the late chairman who died when his helicopter crashed in there outside the stadium of Leicester City, had valued Harry Maguire at £100 million, and they told him, no, that's too much, let's get it to 80, and they confused him, and United had to pay £80 million in there. But United had players to put into that swap deal, but Leicester said, no, we want money in there. The last big selling they've made is Ben Chilwell to Chelsea. Chelsea would have told them that we have Emerson in there. We give you Emerson, we get you £30 million and a player, but they really got hold of £50 million and they really paid it to Leicester, and Leicester gave them the player. So Leicester City doesn't want any player exchange according to his history, because when you look at the players that Arsenal are putting on market to really put at a level of exchanging with Leicester City is not in need of them, because Leicester, where is Reece Nelson going to play? Because they have Gary, they have Barnes, and very many other players in there. We look at the Leicester squad in there, so I don't see where Arsenal can really convince Leicester City by giving them some £40 million and two players, and Leicester City will accept that money. I don't see Leicester accepting that offer. I think Leicester City really what they want is that we want our money. Get us £60 million in there that we value this player in, and we are really going to get you a player who goes by the names of James Maddison in there. So it's really hard for Arsenal, because I heard of a story that Arsenal was given £250 million quid to spend, but I doubt whether it is, because if at all it was, Arsenal would have already landed this deal, because I think Arteta is an admirer of a player who goes by the names of James Maddison. Way back, while under the coaching staff of a team which goes by names of Man City, this man was also an admirer of the lad who goes by names of James Maddison, and Pep Guardiola too wanted James Maddison at a team which goes by names of Man City, but I think there came in a player who goes by the names of Phil Foden, and his performance has really raised suspicions to the manager that he's really going to play very well, and I think the coming in of Phil Foden really decreased the love for a man who goes by the names of James Maddison to join a team which goes by the names of Man City in there. Smash a like on the video, comment and share, and tell us where you're watching in from and what you think about this offer of Arsenal, of a lad who goes by the names of James Maddison joining Arsenal, and Arsenal are wanting to offer to put two players, Reece Nelson, Maitland Niles, into the deal, and they get close to £40 million to give them to a team which goes by the names of Leicester City. Something that I don't think Leicester City will come in and buy. It's something that I don't really think Leicester City will come in and buy, because that's not Leicester. Leicester is really a different team altogether. They are ever on point, and they really want things concerning money. They don't want swap deals. They don't deal with swap deals. So I see nowhere Arsenal is really selling this deal. They won't put it to bed unless they really get £60 million, put them onto the table, and they'll have the services of a man who goes by the name of James Maddison, because Leicester is a selling team. Leicester won't say no to Arsenal's offer if at all because I've heard stories that even James Maddison wants to leave a team which goes by the name of Leicester. He wants to go ahead and play for Arsenal, because when you're playing for Arsenal, you are really at a very higher rate of really coming in to meet demands of the English national team, especially. Southgate will always look at you very, very well. You are in the limelight, like Bukayo Saka. The World Cup is nearing, and if at all Maddison really comes up and plays for Arsenal, Arsenal really makes lots of news, better than Leicester City. Arsenal has lots of fans that will really pressure Southgate in there to really give him a call up into the England national team. He has been getting that call up while at Leicester City in there. Now, what do you expect, if at all, James Maddison is playing for a team which goes by names of Arsenal? So Arsenal really wants this player because they feel like Smith Rowe, however much they've given him shirt number 10, they don't see Smith Rowe being ready to take them throughout the season as the number 10. And I also agree with them, because Smith Rowe is still young, 20 years, and we look at Arsenal, it's an inexperienced side. When you look at Arsenal, Bernard Leno, the experienced players I see at Arsenal are the following: Thomas Partey, Aubameyang, Lacazette. Who else? Hector Bellerin, yes, he's had some good experience. Granit Xhaka, but he's leaving. He's no longer an Arsenal player because they are preparing a new bid from AS Roma to really bid in and pay him out. So, guys, I don't know what you think about James Maddison joining Arsenal. Do you think Leicester City will accept the latest offer of Arsenal? £40 million plus two players, Maitland-Niles and Reiss Nelson. That is something I really want you guys to go into the comment section and react to. I really want you to go through the comment section and tell me what you think about Paul Pogba's interest. Sorry, PSG being interested in Paul Pogba, and a player who goes by names of James Maddison coming through to Arsenal. Arsenal having a new offer, two players put on plus 40 million shillings, 40 million pounds in there to a team which goes by names of Leicester City, and they feel like they really offer him off. I don't know what you think about those deals. Go into the comment section and tell me what you think. Smash the like button, comment and share. You guys, no one has not yet liked this video. I don't know whether you don't like it, but please smash the like button. Like the video, guys. Like it. Show me some love. Show me some love as I bring you this late night video in there. What do you think about Arsenal's new offer to Leicester City on a player who goes by names of James Maddison? They want to put Reiss Nelson and Maitland-Niles plus £40 million on the table to see to it that Leicester really gets them the player. Do you think this deal will come to bed? Will Arsenal really persuade a team which goes by names of Leicester City to pay off for a player who goes by names of James Maddison? And will they offer him? Because Arsenal really needs a number 10. They really need a central attacking midfielder, because Smith Rowe is really good, but I don't know whether he can really stretch. He has reached that level of playing close to 40 games a season. The good thing is that Arsenal is not into European football this time round. 38 games, some FA Cups in there. Will he really come through? And he has also come out and said that previously he has been disturbed with injuries, so we never know. Don't want injuries really come through and affect him, because the following players who are really playing to that position went back to Real Madrid because both of them were on loan. One was Odegaard. Odegaard was on loan from Real Madrid, and he came through at a team which goes by names of Arsenal, and he returned. Though news is saying that they are really looking of selling him because he's not into the plans of Ancelotti, and Real Madrid really want to raise some good money. They are building a new stadium. They're having a debt of 901 million euros in there, so they feel like they're supposed to sell off some players to really get them. Dani Ceballos also returned to a team which goes by the names of Real Madrid and is expected to move in Spain in there. He's not returning at Arsenal, so Arsenal are into some bad space in there. They really need Maddison in there, but the manager looks like he prefers a player who goes by the names of Maddison in there. And I don't know what you think about James Maddison being linked to a team which goes by names of Arsenal, and the offer that Arsenal is really offering to Leicester City. £40 million plus two players, Maitland-Niles, and a player who goes by names of Reiss Nelson in there. What do you think about that? I would really want to see you guys go into the comment section. Tell me what you think about Maddison joining Arsenal, with Arsenal getting an offer of adding 2 players into the deal such that they don't pay 60 million pounds in there for a player who goes by names of Maddison. But looking to the history of a team which goes by names of Leicester City is a money-minded team. They don't care. What they want is money. Get them money, they'll have you a player with you. They value Maddison with you. And if at all Arsenal can put 60 million pounds onto the table, they will have James Maddison in there because he's on a long contract. 4 years left on his contract. He just renewed it. And I think if at all Arsenal wanted him, they would have gone for him early enough, other than going in for the Odegaards of this world. Because if at all they talked to him last summer, it would have been easier to really put Leicester on the sword to really get them the player, because he was left with just 1 year and Arsenal really never wanted that. They never really convinced James Maddison. But I think if at all they had really done that, they would have gotten James Maddison way much easier at like 45 million pounds in there, all 40, because Leicester were also worried if at all they couldn't sell him, they would have lost him in January, because would have said, I really want to join Arsenal. But people around James Maddison are saying that Maddison has really come out and made it clear he wants to be a Ghana next season. So Maddison wants really to play for a team which goes by names of Arsenal, because Leicester City, however much is finishing ahead of Arsenal, does not mean that it's bigger than Arsenal. And if at all Arsenal really makes these signings that we are really seeing, Ben White is in, Nuno Tavares is in, Lokonga is in, if at all Locatelli comes in, or Besuma, or Ruben Neves in there, and they bring in a Maddison or an Awa, Arsenal are really going to be a team that is really going to compete in the top 6 places of the Premier League, and it's really going to be a threat. Because when you look at the difference between Arsenal and let's look at the Premier League table. I want to look at the Premier League table 2020. Yeah, 2020, 2021. Let me look at it. I want to look at the Premier League table. Not really. 2020, 2021. I want to look at it, and you guys are really going to see this. Leicester City is not far away from Arsenal's reach. That's it. They are not far away from Leicester City's reach. You get? So, I really want to show you something in here. It's something I really want to show you, because Leicester City, when you look at this table, yes, it's here, standings. All right, let me cut it out and put it on the screen. A moment, guys. Smash a like on the video. I've not seen a like on this video, guys. Please smash the like button. Smash it, guys. Smash the like button. Smash the like button. Show me some love, guys. Show me some love. Show me some love. Smash the like button in here. Comment, like, and share. I also want to know where are you watching in from. I really want to throw you some greetings and sweet nothings in here, because you guys are really nice. Being awake on this video at this time, you are really amazing. You are amazing. You are amazing. Now, that's the table that I've been cutting out in there. Look at Leicester City. Leicester City played 38 games in the Premier League. It won 20, lost 6, no, drew 6 games, won 12 games, no, lost 12 games, scored 68 goals, conceded 50, a goal difference of 18, and they had 66 points, and they're in the 5th position of the Premier League. Let's go to Arsenal. Arsenal finished 8th, played 38 games, won 18, lost 7, no, drew 7, they lost 13, scored 55 goals, conceded 39. They had a goal difference of 16 in there, and they had 61 points. Now, when you look, Leicester City, all right, there is HJ90, big up, bro. Keep up the content. All right, thank you for watching in. Thank you for watching in, Mr. HJ90. I really want you to tell me something about Maddison. Arsenal has a new offer of offering 2 players plus some money to Leicester City to get in a player who goes by the names of James Maddison. Do you think Leicester City will come and accept this offer from Arsenal? That is one of the big questions that we have onto this. And Paul Pogba, there is interest of PSG in a player who goes by names of Paul Pogba. I don't know what you think about it. Your reaction is welcome in the comment section below. Thank you, HJ90, for watching in. Big up, bro. Keep up the content. All right, we are always blazing in here and watching in. But let's get back to this, because we are really analyzing between Arsenal and Leicester City. The difference between Arsenal and Leicester City was that Arsenal really lost lots of games in there, and Leicester City, the difference between Leicester City and Arsenal were just 5 points in there. And those 5 points in there, I know Arsenal is really going to come back a more competitive team in this season, because it looks like they're really pumping it up. So I think it's easy if Arsenal gets in Maddison, because for me I rate Maddison better than Aouar. I don't know what you guys think, but I rate Maddison better than Aouar, because Maddison is a Premier League proven player, yet a player who goes by the names of Aouar is not Premier League proven. And when you look at Maddison, his levels and his numbers are way up. His assists are high. His goal rate scoring is high. So I think Arsenal have everything to really go and fight for a lad who goes by the names of James Maddison in there. And I would fancy Arsenal to go in for James Maddison, because his numbers are way up there. They are not. He has been consistent. He can get you close to 10 goals and 10 assists in there. And that is really a very good output from a central attacking midfielder in there, from a team which goes by names of Arsenal. So I think Arsenal should go in for Aouar and very many other players that are being linked to Arsenal. Arsenal should go in for a player who goes by James Maddison. For me, I fancy James Maddison. I like the way he plays, and he's really a great player in there. We are having Andrew Tatenda Nongera. I doubt they will accept the swap cash for Maddison, but if we cash only, they'll accept the bid. Yes, you're right, Mr. Andrew Tatenda. I'm accepting your decision your opinion in there too, into the comment section. You're right, Mr. Andrew Tatenda, because even me, I think Arsenal, the best way to get Maddison is get the £60 million quid and really pay it out to a man who goes by the names of Leicester City, and Leicester City will get you the player, because Arsenal needs James Maddison, guys. And the problem Arsenal is doing, they are not letting out players. You get Granit Xhaka. Arsenal want £35 million. You get Torreira. There is some money in Torreira. Hector Bellerin wants to go. Now let me count this money. £38 million. If Arsenal sells £35 million from Granit Xhaka, there is some 20 in Torreira. There is some 30 or 40 in a player who goes by names of Hector Bellerin in there. Kolasinac, they can get you a £10 million in there. Which other player wants to leave Arsenal? Which other player wants to leave Arsenal? Arsenal has a couple of players that really want to leave. Which other player? I think if at all Arsenal can sell off Reece Nelson, sell off Willock, Maitland Niles, such that you can get in these players, because you really need them. Arsenal needs these players. Sell them off. Sell some players, raise some £60 million quid, and get in James Maddison, because I think James Maddison will be a very good player. One, he's a good at taking free kicks. You've seen him curl free kicks into the back of the net. He's good at bringing corners. You get? He's good at scoring goals. He's good at leading counter-attacks. He's good at dedicating the tempo of the game. For me, personally, the reason as to why I don't really talk a lot about Aouar is that I've not seen Aouar playing. I've not seen. That's it. I can't lie to you guys. I don't want to come here and lie to you that I've seen Aouar. I've not seen Aouar play, so I cannot really fancy him for a team which goes by names of Arsenal, unless you guys have watched him. But I think Maddison is a better option, although Arsenal looks like they are really going into Aouar, because Aouar is now at €25 million. If at all they can raise it, that's really little money, and Arsenal can really raise it and get him. All right, we have Otto Samuel. Don't sell Torreira. Torreira is off the sweep. Even in the I think he's not even part of the Arsenal team in there, and Arsenal really look like he's being linked back to a team which goes to a league to the Serie A in there, and I think Arsenal are ready to sell him off, because the coming in of Lokonga, because if Torreira was not going to be sold, you wouldn't have had Arsenal being in for the likes of Locatelli, Yosu Besuma, Ruben Neves in there. So Arsenal is in for so many CDMs in there, and they want one. That means it shows you that Torreira has no place to play into the Arsenal lineup. As Rokani David, I like Torreira because of his work rate and he's tenacious in there. His work rate is a box-to-box player, and I think he just lacks discipline really to sit behind the back four and really protect them very well. Arsenal really lacks such a player in there, and I think Lokonga came in and said that he plays better as a number 6, that is a CDM. So I think Arsenal really look at Lokonga in there. He's going to be a backup of either Locatelli or USC Besuma or Ruben Neves. One of the 3 players by the end of the summer, he's going to be an Arsenal player. I'm 100% sure for that. So Otto Samuel, you said don't sell Torreira, but I think he is already on his exit door from Arsenal because the manager, who goes by names of Arteta, does not fancy his services. But to me, I really like Torreira. The way he chases the people around the midfield, his work rate is really outrageous in there. I really like him, but I think the manager does not fancy having him on a team which goes by names of Arsenal. Smash a like on the video, comment and share, guys. This is the football news, top 10s and lifestyle zone. I don't know where you guys are watching in from, but it's better you told me where you're watching in from as we react to this story. I first came up with a story of PSG interested in a man who goes by names of Paul Pogba from Manchester United. They really want to take him out and really get his services in there because Paul Pogba is left with just 1 year on his contract, and we don't know whether Paul Pogba is really going to renew his contract with Manchester United. That's the first story I did. I don't know what you think about that. My second story was all about a player who goes by names of James Maddison, as Arsenal are preparing for a dual swap for Maddison in there. 2 players, Maitland-Niles and Reiss Nelson, up for grabs into this deal of Maddison, and we don't know whether Leicester City are really going to come up and agree a deal on this. But the history of a team which goes by names of Leicester City, show that they want cash. They want cash. They don't want swap deals, and they don't deal with swap deals in there. So guys, thank you for watching in. I think you have nothing else to comment, and I feel like it's high time I really left you guys and sleep. Let's get back tomorrow as we really do more content about Arsenal and very many other teams in there. Smash like on the video, comment and share. Guys, after subscribing, endeavor to hit the notification bell, because each and every time you hit a notification bell, each and every time you go live, you are really going to get the information live and clear. You will get a notification onto your phone or your gadget that we are live, and you will always join us and you will never miss out onto this. Otto Samuel, I love the guy so much. He's just 25. Yes, I also love Torreira. I love Torreira too, but Arsenal looks like they are not interested in him. Arsenal looks like they are not interested in him, and they are ready to see his exit in there. I love Torreira. I love him. I love Torreira. I love Torreira because I like the way he plays. I love him. I love him. I love him. But news is in each and every story. There is a story that Torreira is fancying an Italy move. His agent really came out and said there is a story from the Football London that Sid Kolasinac, Lucas Torreira are players that Edu can sell to launch an Arsenal rebuild in there. So they feel like he's not a player for Arsenal in there. So Mr. Otto Samuel, I also like Torreira, but he's not that player that is needed at Arsenal. That's why the Lokongas are in and very many other players in there. So that's it, guys. I think let's call it a day. But remember, I also talked about Smith Rowe being the new Arsenal number 10, being given that jersey in there. So thank you guys for watching in. Smith Rowe has been given shirt number 10. We thought that Maddison was going to be given that number. Is that a signature that Maddison is not going to come in at Arsenal? I don't know what to think about that too, because it's also worrying because Maddison puts on shirt number 10 and he's not. Shirt number 10 has been given to Smith Rowe in there. Smith Rowe committing his future to Arsenal for some more 5 years in there. So lots of things are happening at Arsenal, and I think they're having a very good sporting director, and Edu is also a very good football director, sporting and getting these deals done in there. I think they can really get good players at a cheaper price. Pepe coming in was a very good signing. The other player who goes by the names of Gabriel Magalhaes was a very good signing. Look at Kientieni from Celtic in there. Very good signing for Arsenal. I think all the signings that Arteta is making alongside Edu are really great. Gabriel Magalhaes has not yet picked up because he has not yet gotten a better centre-half pairing with, but I think he's really going to be having a very good season with Ben White, because Ben White is expected to jet in and really do a medical for Arsenal very soon. So I think Arsenal are really going to be having a blast in there. So I expect the best season between Ben White and Gabriel Magalhaes in there, because they are really two better centre-halves in there for Arsenal. Which other player have they brought in? I've seen Nuno Tavares play. You saw him score on his debut against Rangers in there. He looked to be a very good buy. Now we are waiting to see Lokonga in there. But coming in from the training sessions that Arsenal are conducting nowadays, they are talking of Lokonga, that Arteta is very much impressed with the quality of Lokonga. So it shows you how much these players, because it's not all about what makes a good team, because teams like Manchester United and Arsenal, they are not like Chelsea and Man City. Because Chelsea and Man City just buy already made products in there, already made footballers. Arsenal and Manchester United are teams that really groom talent. They go and fish for talent that is not known, and they really put it on a level of the world. You get Thierry Henry, Nicolas Anelka, Emmanuel Petit, Ashley Cole, Gar Clichy, which other player? Edu himself, Fabregas, Cesc, Samir Nasri, Heleb, very many players Arsenal have really brought in when they are good, and they really make them better, and they really hit the world market in there, and they are really way up there. So Arsenal is known for that. You get, Arsenal is known for that. It's not like Chelsea. So I think Arsenal are really having a very good eye. And Arsenal, you guys, you should really be happy for having a football director like Edu. Edu has really good eye. Look at Pablo Mari, not so much into the Arsenal team, but I saw him play the first two games that Arsenal played in the pre-season against Rangers and Celtic in there. I really got to know that Arsenal are really good at looking for players. Pablo Mari, they got him way from Brazil in there, and they brought him at Arsenal, and Edu brought him at Arsenal, and he's really a very good player. Very good player in there. When look at Bukayo Saka in there, being promoted into the Arsenal senior team. Now Smith Rowe is coming through, so it shows you how Arsenal is really trying to build his team, and I'm impressed. And I think Arsenal in the next 2-3 years, it will be ready to compete for the Premier League if at all it keeps these players home, because Arsenal is also a team that sells players. Its record. It reached an extent when every season Arsenal had really to sell one of its star players really to finance its budget in there, and it was masterminded by the manager who goes by names of Arsene Wenger, because he was a professor in economics. So that was Arsenal in there for you. And guys, I think I'm signing out for now. See you later. Good night. A 5-finger salute to you always. It's given to you here by the presenter who goes by names